Hey everybody, welcome back to Venting with Us with your girl Christelle. Another week down. I can't believe we're in April. And for those that do the whole April Fools thing, I hope you guys had a great laugh on that day. It was not so funny for me. Poor Goldie, my car. That's her name. uh, she's she's a little bit sick and she's a mechanic doctor right now. So it's like, damn you. Damn, again, every time the girl is on a vacay, you want to act up and be sick. Like, this is like, so I'm debating now, is it even worth me putting in more money into this car or should I get a new car? And at this point, um, I think we're leaning into getting a new car. But I'm like, oh, I love my car. And the reason why I love my car, and I've said this before, is because one, it's great on gas, especially with gas prices being at $4 over here. It's crazy right now. Um, but I could put $20 in, get a half a tank, right? And that will last me the week until the following week. You can't do that on most cars now. And I know a lot of people are like, get a hybrid. And I hate those cars. If one more person tells me to get this stupid hybrid, I am going to choke them out. It literally just, it goes right through me. First of all, they're so ugly. And two, it's like, oh, I don't want a hybrid. Like, no, 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 no. If I'm gonna get a car, I'm gonna get a car that I finally want. Because I've never really been able to get a car that I have chosen. It's been kind of like, all right, we'll go with this because it's that type of situation. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to let her go yet. There's so many things, but I know she's coming towards the end. She has almost about 200,000 miles on her. I know that's a lot. I know, but she's been doing good. She's been doing it. She's she's kicking and smiling when I fix her. So, but then it's like she's going downhill. She's getting old. She's getting old. So it's so funny because when I go to take her so I get an oil change and whatnot. And I think I told you this. There was a guy that said to me, he's like, this is your car? I'm like, shut up. I'm like, it gets me from A to B and C and D. And you know what? And then I explained it to him. He was like, you know what? That's actually really smart. I said, yes, I know. This is exactly why I still have her. And he was laughing at me, but it made sense after I explained it to him. So, but I hope everybody's excited. It's Easter weekend. I don't know about you guys. I absolutely love Easter weekend. It's one of my favorite holidays ever since I was a little girl. There's something about this day that um I don't know. It just feels so peaceful and joyful and exciting and I don't like to leave the house. Um, but I don't know. It's something about this day that I just love so much. And it has nothing to do with spiritual or, Jesus, yeah, this is the day. I get it. I get it. But it has really nothing to do with that. It's just something about the day. I don't know. Every time I get around this time, it's kind of like, ooh, okay. I feel like good blessings are coming in. And if you're one of those like me that is into like really bruising up, sprucing up the day, they say to buy peonies. Now, if you don't know what peonies are, you can Google it. They're a certain type of flower. And now it's weird because this year I was on the hunt just the other day to find peonies and no one has peonies out. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? They usually have peonies. I can always find peonies. Nobody ever wants peonies. Now it feels like everybody is like, having peonies in their house. So it's like, I'm like, what the hell? I'm on the hunt for peonies. There's two other places I have to check out to see if I can get the peonies. But they also say on Easter weekend, you should fast. So that way you have your blessings come in. I have tried the fasting thing. I don't know if I'm going to do the fasting yet. I'm still trying to decide whether or not I'm going to do it. And then the thing is to sage your house. Now I've already saged the house, so it brings, and for those that don't believe in sage, you have to get the white sage. The white sage is really, really good for your house. And for those people that are like, oh, saging, that's the devil's work. Okay, so when you go to church, just FYI, when the priests or like the people who come down the aisle, they have that gold little tin, and they're swinging it back and forth. That's sage. That's what they're doing. They're saging the church and that smell. And that's what that smoke is. So if you think that's satanic, then you might not stop want to going to church. So just saying. I'm just saying. So, but of course, there is the black sage, which is the bad sage. You don't want to mess with the black sage. Everybody knows you don't mess with the black sage. But the white sage is good. And you can get that at a botanica store if you have any in your neighborhood. You can order it online, which is what I usually do. I order it through a certain place. And I get my sage. So you can also do your bay leaves, where you write your blessings on the leaves and then you burn it up. You do those things. So I know somebody said, "Oh my God, this girl is brujeria." No, no, no. This is what they say that you can do when you want blessings to come in and bring in joy and prosperity into your life. So you can, do these things either the days before Easter or on Easter Sunday, whichever is your preference. Everybody has a different preference. So we're going to get into it. Of course, we're going to do documentaries. This documentary had me cringing and sitting at the edge of my bed, literally. So as I was surfing the freaking TV channels to look for documentaries, I stumbled upon this documentary called The Caterpillar. And let me just tell you, if you have not seen this documentary yet, I'm going to warn you. If you're one of those people that has a fear of stuff going into your eyes, a fear of like touching your eyeballs or seeing things poked in it, you may not want to watch it, or you may want to watch it, but I am somebody that I'm like, okay, look, I wear contacts because I can't see my contacts. I hate glasses. No, lately I've been like itching to get just a set in the house, but I love my contacts and I wear my contacts 24/7. So, but I'm always curious and very careful with knowing things about contacts and what it's going to do for your eyes. And for those that don't know about contacts, I know some people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't keep your contacts in all the 24 hours, and when you go to bed and go to sleep, and blah, blah, blah." So they make contacts now where you can sleep with your contacts on. You can go to the beach, you can do anything. There are breathable lenses, which is what I have, but every now and then, because I have insomnia, I do remove my contacts so that way I can sleep easy. So Caterpillar popped up on my Netflix feed and it seemed interesting. And I was quite curious only because I don't know if you guys know who Tiny Harris is. Tiny is from a girl group back in the 80s, the 90s, the 90s. Oh my God, what Escape? That's the group's name, Escape. So her daughter a couple of years ago, she I think she had brown eyes. I think that's what her natural eye color was. She went, I don't know where she went to, I'm assuming it was India. It was one of these countries. to get her eye color changed, and she ended up coming back with blue eyes. Now, this has been a thing because back in the days, you would just get contacts whenever you wanted to change your eye color, and you would just keep your life going. They're not in anymore, but it seems like we should bring the trend back because people are literally going to other countries to get this done. And as I was watching this documentary, which is on Netflix, by the way, I don't know if I said that. I think I did. But as I was watching this Netflix documentary, I was like, I swear to you, the whole entire time I'm saying to myself, why doesn't he just get contacts? Why don't he just get contacts? I don't understand. Like, why are we going this deep? First of all, this is your eyes. So let me give you the synopsis of this story. This documentary follows one particular guy. His name is David. He's from Miami. He's in his 50s and he's going through this crisis. I like to say a crisis because he is like really trying to find himself and find, his comfort in life and whatnot. And I get it. When you feel like out of the loop, not feeling beautiful enough, you go to extremes to perfect these things, which is why a lot of people have cosmetic surgery, which I am not opposed to. I've said this. I, at a certain age, if if I get there, then you damn well know I will be like snatched. Okay. I don't feel like I'm there. I would still do my eyes. That would be the one thing. I've always said that. My eyes always bother me. But other than that, I think I'm fine. I don't feel like I would need such a drastic, like a facelift. And because I don't want to look like this either, talking to you guys, like, hey, welcome to my thing with us. I don't want to do all of that. No. It's like, I don't want to look, my eyebrows all the way up here looking all crazy. Like, looking shocked every time I'm on camera. No, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. So now this is what took me to the left because David is not like an unattractive man. He wouldn't be someone that I would date or anything, but he's a good looking man. He seems very charismatic. Going out, he has a group of friends. He seems to have somewhat of great life. Of course, we only see what we see that's taped, but his friends seem to love him and accept him for who he is. But he still has this thing. It's like, I know, if I could just get my eyes done. Well, David does the craziest thing. He's Googling stuff on the internet, and he comes upon this website, Bright Ocular. And in this video of Bright Ocular, you see all of these people, different cultures, different, backgrounds, and they're all changing their eye color, and they're like, oh, it feels beautiful. Oh, this is amazing. And it's like I can understand why it sucked him in. And I was literally like impressed with the video. So in order for him to now there was like 4 places where he can get the eye color done, which was in India, I think it was Spain, uh forgot the other ones. He ends up going to India though, to get this procedure done. He sends them this email explaining to him that financially he can't afford it, but that his whole life he's been wanting to, change his image, and he explains in detail his situation, how he's feeling, why this would really, really help him in his life, right? And he decides, he gets accepted. They pay for everything. He doesn't pay a lick. They pay for his flight, they pay for his hotel, they pay for the surgery. Okay. Now that is amazing, right? But see, the alarms right there would have went off. It would have went ding, 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 ding. Like, okay, if you're willing to fund all of this, what what am I missing here? He never asked this question. Okay, so he flies out to India. There's a couple of other people there that want different eye colors. He wants like this frost eye blue color in his eyes. And they check their eye, they go through the procedure and whatnot. And he's like, okay, this has to be legit because they're doing the eye thing. They're seeing if I qualify, blah, 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 right? And one of the girls is sitting in with one of the doctors, right? Now, this is where the lead up to, girl, you should not do this. You are messing with your eyes. First of all, I would not do this. So this is what she says. Now she has her head in the thing, right? And she's like, "Can I ask you a question?" And he's like, "Sure." She's like, "If you had the opportunity, would you do this to your eyes?" And he was like, "Absolutely fucking not." He was like, "Absolutely not." And she was like, "Really?" But like, if it was a family member, and he was like, "Absolutely not. I'm not. I love my eyes." Mm-mm-mm. And that should have been the clue right there. If a doctor, an eye doctor, is sitting in there and telling you, "Girl, no, I would not do it," that should say a lot. Like, wait a minute. If the doctor's not willing to do it, what's going on? What's going on? Like, that would have alerted me. That would have freaked me out. So she's like, "No, I'm still gonna get it." So she gets it done, right? And David, now remember, this is still David we're doing. They end up putting six, no, was no, I'm sorry. They put um three other people with him in one room at one time to do the eyes. Well, Lord and behold, David wakes up. They gave David the wrong eye color. Now, what it is they take a needle, they slice your eyeball, and probably everyone's like holding their eyes now. They slice your eyeball and then they stick the needle in to tint it. So they're putting this thing in your eyeball, right? That's kind of like a contact underneath, like inside your pupil, where it should be removed. So David wakes up. They did one eye. I guess they only do one eye at a time. And he's like, he's looking in the mirror and he's like, "I don't know. Something's not right. What is the eye color? Like, you guys gave me the wrong eye color. You guys gave me the wrong eye." He throws a fit, right? And they tell him, "Well, okay, um, we accidentally gave the eye color that you wanted to this other gentleman. So what we can do is take that eye color out of his eyeball and put it in your eyeball." And I literally was like, "What?" This is where the ride stops for me. And of course, he's like, "What?" He's like, "No, that's so gross. How are you going to take something out of somebody's eye and then put it in my eyeball and then take what's in my eyeball and give it to him? Like, no, that's gross." So now they get him to calm down and whatnot. And they give him the right eye colors, and he loves it. He's having a great old time. Everybody is all excited, right? And now, mind you, keep in mind, this is not FDA approved in the United States, for a reason. When something is not FDA approved, there's always a reason for it. Okay. That should be alarm bells right there. People, do not mess with your eyes. Like, literally, these are your eyeballs. Like, do not mess with your eyes. I always say that. It's just like, even like getting a facelift and whatnot, like, or even Botox and fillers. You see how many people complain about putting fillers. I remember when fillers had just started coming out and you saw everybody's face like all like just, you know, I was like, what is going on here? Why are people getting so much fillers? I had a girl that I worked with. She was starting up her own company and doing Botox and doing all of that stuff and stuff. I said, again, the only thing I've ever wanted to do is my eyes. That's it. I don't really need anything else. And I was telling her, because fillers were just coming out, I was like, what do you think? Should I do like fillers so that way I don't look that tired? And you guys can see it here. Like, I have a little puffiness right there. And that's that, like I said, that bothers me, but I listen, it's me. You love me or hate me. Don't take me. It is what it is. Um, and gel eye patches do work occasionally, and they relax me. But she was like, girl, no, don't ever get fillers and blah blah blah. And then I end up finding out later, because I was still kind of like, I don't know, I think she's wrong. I think I should get filler put into my face. For because I've seen a lot of people that get the fillers done and they look amazing. So now people are trying to get the fillers out and they look like they're 100 years old. I was like, and Brielle, if you guys don't know who Brielle is, that is Kim Zolciak's daughter. She had her fillers taken out and she looked like it took a while for her face to kind of snatch back. Thank God she's young, but you saw the difference when she took the fillers out. And she was like, yeah, my face completely dropped. It it was the worst decision of my life. And I saw a couple of people. They actually had a TV show, um where what I can't remember the name of the show because it was over the summer last year, where they did these operations and removed and certain things about themselves. And it was this Rick that was on the show, and they showed this, and I was like, oh my god, I am so glad I didn't get fillers. So, note to self: if you're really going to contemplate doing cosmetic surgery, go to someone that's really, really good, but don't get fillers. So, anyways, so all these people get back into the United States, back to Caterpillar. I sidetracked for a second. And I have to admit, I got sucked in too, because everywhere David would go, he ended up moving to New York. He left Miami. He moved to New York, and everybody was like, "Damn, your eyes are beautiful, Poppy. Your eyes are cute. Oh my God, you look so good." Like that hyped me up. I was like, "Shit, I think I'm gonna get some just contacts. I'm just gonna get some contacts. Maybe spruce me up a little bit, make me a little, delicious. I don't know." So then he starts getting calls from a few of the people that are in the group. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me rewind. Let me rewind a little bit. I'm sorry. So he's having a great old time, right? He wakes up one morning and his eyes are bothering him. And he's like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. See, this is why you don't mess with your eyes. So he goes to the doctor, and the eye doctor was like, I got some good news and I got some bad news. And that's what you never want to hear at the eye doctor. And he was like, I would, first of all, your body's rejecting these eyes, this surgery that you did. So that's why your eyes are bothering you. I would highly recommend that we remove them as soon as possible, because the chances are you're going to lose your eyesight. That would have not even, listen, I would have not slept twice. Okay. I would have been like, yup, when can we book this? Today? Okay, let's do this. Right? Is my eyeballs. And then he was like, but the good news is that you're not there yet. So we still have enough time so that way this doesn't happen. So David, of course, now is all upset. He's like, no, I don't know. I don't know. I had just got these eyes. typical man. And now he gets these calls from a couple of people where they're telling him, yeah, man, my eyes were all fucked up. I'm about to get this surgery done. It's not even worth it. I know somebody who lost their sight completely. I know this guy that he's going blind because of this. He's like, I'm having this surgery removed. And then they show later on the guy without the tint in his eyes, and he's like, yeah, I'm happier, I'm not in pain. And David's still kind of like, I don't know, I don't know if I want to do it or not. It's crazy. So he calls the girl. Now the girl is the one that was asking the doctor if he would ever do this to his eyes. And he was like, how are you feeling? She's like, yeah, I'm great. Now, let me just tell you, beautiful girl, beautiful girl. Again, we can get contacts, people. Okay. She tells him, no, 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 I am not at all taking these things out of my eyes. I've hadn't had any problems yet. When it happens, then we'll make that decision. If I had to do it all over again, I would do it. Fast forward, David at the end, this is a spoiler, so if you haven't seen it, um, actually, I shouldn't even tell you this part, but watch it. He ends up removing he had no choice. He had to take the surgery out of his eyes. So, but this is crazy to me, how far people will go. When you hear a lot of people even like doing butt lifts, that they die from these things because you're basically taking fat from one part of your body and injecting it, and you're thinking it's safe, but they say all the time, this is probably the most deadliest besides doing your lips, because if you hit a nerve, it can like hit your heart. And it's like there's just too many scary things. And I'm the type of person that does not like needles at all. So yeah, I could never like imagine somebody like saying, oh man, she was heavily into drugs. I highly doubt that. Like, did you know that she don't like needles? Nobody would ever believe that lie. So I have an amazing documentary coming up. It's a show called Toxic, where it has different types of stories from victims and survivors. You guys are going to love this. Okay. If you have not seen it, it's on Hulu right now. You can watch it. It's called Toxic. These stories are wild. And when I say to you, online dating, not for me. No, we're not doing this at all. So, but a whole bunch of other stories that we're going to get into next week. I hope you enjoyed this episode, this crazy episode. And don't touch your eyes. Leave your eyes alone. God gave you those eyes for a reason. I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter weekend. And I will see you back here, same time, same place, next week. Love you guys. Happy Easter.